Bonjour and welcome to Pierre's Kitchen. I would like to thank you for tuning into the channel and watch this video. Today we will have a look at a classic dish, a tuna tartare. There is many recipes over there. I came across so many over the years. Some recipes are so simple and beautiful, and some others are more complex and refined, I will say, but requires many ingredients and a few appliances in the kitchen. For this one you will only need a chopping board, a small saucepan and a sharp knife. That will be the most important thing when you want to dice that tartare. You want to have a pretty sharp blade so you can cut through easily and not make anything too mushy. And to make sure that recipe tastes great, you will have to choose some quality products, but that dressing is helping a lot in making it taste great. So let's get started with the ingredients for that recipe. We will of course need tuna, and this one is a tuna steak of about 220 grams, and it will be good for 2 servings. For information, the tuna I'm using in that recipe is actually an albacore tuna, sushi grade, from the Pacific Ocean, so nothing crazy. So this kind of tuna is quite good to do some tartare. We have a beautiful avocado to complement that tuna. This one is just about ripe and it's still a bit firm, but completely ripe, so that's perfect. We will need some fresh ginger root, a couple of limes, some red chili, just about half a chili, 1 spring onion, some sugar, white sugar, classic, half a bunch of chive, couple of radishes. Those ones are pretty young and they are kind of sweet. They got a really nice taste, so we will shred it into julienne later on to top our tuna. It will bring a mustardy taste that you can associate with wasabi basically, and also some freshness and crunchiness. Also some soy sauce, some sushi rice vinegar, olive oil, and we will also need some kefir lime leaves. I use frozen ones, about 3 of them. If you don't have any, don't worry, you can use some lime zest. You just take a little bit of the skin of that lime out, not the white part, only the green part, okay? Because the white part is bitter. And it will do the trick for that recipe, honestly, don't worry. And that's about it. So now you know everything about the ingredients. Let's dive into the recipe. We will start with the lime syrup, because this one's gonna need to chill out a little bit before we can use it. So we will use the lime juice, so we will squeeze those 2 limes, and we will keep only a couple of little quarters for the decoration at the end. We will add the sugar to it, about 2 tablespoons of sugar. We will now chop up that ginger. First we will peel it, then make thin slices, turn it into julienne, then chop it into brunoise. And this goes in the saucepan with the lime juice and the sugar. We will now bring that saucepan to the boil. We will also add some kefir lime leaves, which will give a kind of a really limey taste. So if you don't have any kefir lime leaves, you can still use a tiny bit of the zest of the lime. So let's bring that syrup to the boil, let it boil for about 1 minute, and then remove the saucepan from the heat and let it chill quietly so all flavors can infuse in the liquid. During this time we will prepare the garnish, so everything will be ready on time. So let's sizzle that chive that we got pretty thin. We will also slice very thinly that spring onion. Now we will take care of the radish. We will slice it again pretty thin, as you see, and then turn it into an extra thin julienne. And now we're gonna make a very thin brunoise of chili. Very small as you can. It'll be great. This chili will bring us a little spice. Now we are done with all the garnishes. We will filter the syrup and we will try to crush that garnish against the teeth to kind of extract as much flavor as possible. 2 spoons of rice vinegar, then 2 spoons of soy sauce, a spoon and a half of olive oil. All that garnish that we chopped, apart from the radishes and a little bit of chive that we will use to top up our tuna, and that's our dressing done. And at this point in time, we need now to dice our tuna for the tartare. So I got a pretty big steak here, so I will slice it into 2 halves. I would get rid of any nerves. If any white nerves you can see in there, just try to remove them as much as you can. Okay, we will now make thin strips into those slices. After that, we will make small cubes. So we will dice those strips and transfer all those dices into a bowl. And please use a bowl with a large base. So now our tuna is ready and we will just add a little pinch of salt. Then the garnish first of that dressing. Put like 2 big spoons of it and just a little bit of the liquid. Don't put all the liquids in there, as we will use at least half of that dressing for the bottom of the plate when we will be plating up. And it's about time we take care of that avocado that we have, so we will split it into halves, use only 1 half for 1 plate, and it's beautiful, you can see. We will remove the skin now, so I don't use a spoon, I use my fingers, because I really don't want to touch that avocado and too much. I want to keep the original shape of it. You see it's a little brown there, but doesn't matter. We will actually use the back of a blade to gently remove that little brown layer that we have. And as you can see, it's even looking better now. Beautiful. So we will slice lengthways that avocado and we will remove the 2 little parts at the end of it, and we will try to shape it into a nice circle. And so we will now transfer that beautiful avocado onto a plate and we will start filling up with our tartare. I know it's gonna taste really nice. So we will top it up, then we will use a little bit of chive, some radish on the top, nice and crunchy. Beautiful, and we will put the dressing at the bottom of the plate. And that's it, and it's gonna be time to try it. Yes, yeah, it really tasted nice, and I remember I had it all. I was pretty angry because that shooting took me a little time to make, so I really hope you enjoyed watching that video, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can like that video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. You can also check us out on different media platforms listed down below. See you next time. Till then, bon appétit!